I'm doing the same thing you doing here. Once Sam Darnold's in Carolina via the trade, as the number 3 pick in the 2018 draft, Baker Mayfield's in Carolina. What the hell is he doing there? The same thing. Both teams gave up on
they're
him.
both at a strip club in Carolina?
No, you know what I'm saying, Skip. Both of them they're doing the exact same thing. Both were not wanted by their previous teams, and they got shipped to Carolina.
Okay.
That's why they're there. You make it seem like Baker Mayfield said.
Sam Darnold's current employer made a huge mistake on him that they don't want to admit. They acquired Baker Mayfield just to placate the masses in Panther Nation to say, hey, at least we're doing something to shore up our quarterback position. But they want Sam Darnold to be their guy.
But
they
you shored
love
it up with
Sam
him?
Darnold because he's a likable guy.
Well, if you wanted to shore it up, I'd have shored it up and tried to get Matt Ryan.
Okay.
If I'm going to try to shore it up, I'm going to try to shore it up to really shore it up.
So here's what I think is going to happen.
What's going to happen?
I think Sam Darnold will play. And I think he'll start the first, I'm going to go 8 games of the year. And I think they will struggle mightily. They might be, I might give them a game. I might give them 1-7 at that point. When they finally hit bottom at 1-7, David Tepper's going to say, we got to play Mayfield. We just got to give him a chance because the masses, what's left of the people at that in that stadium will be clamoring, screaming for a backup Baker.
I said 5 games. You said 8 games. Why is he going to start 8 games if he's not any good?
I'm not talking about injury. I'm talking about on performance. They're just going to say, that's enough of Sam Darnold.
But why not say 2-3 games because of performance?
Well, I don't know. I'm just giving them because their pride's on the line, because they invested so much. They're paying him $19 million.
And I traded for that guy.
Okay, but you got him for nothing. You stole him.
Because
it's a flat-out steal.
It ain't no steal.
It's the steal of the century. So here's what's going to happen. This is where Baker is at his best. I believe that he will come in and do for Carolina what he did for Cleveland in his rookie year.
I don't believe he's going to do that.
Which is light it up.
He
will light it up. And by then, I believe that you'll start looking at this saying, well, there's some talent left on this roster because they have shored up.
I like DJ Moore. Okay. I like C-Mac if he can stay healthy.
I used to love DJ Moore, and I'd like to see him with Baker Mayfield because I think fireworks would go off. But they have shored up. They brought in Austin Corbett, who's Baker's guy from his draft from Cleveland. And put him at guard, and that Ekwonu they drafted out of NC State, so he'll be a rookie left tackle, but at least I think he's a gifted kid. And that Bozeman they brought in to play center, they've kind of shored it up a little bit, and that Moten, the right tackle, is highly graded. So I think the line, it's got to be better than it was last year.
But it's not Cleveland.
Okay, all right, I give you that. On defense, I look at Brian Burns, and I think he's pretty good. They were pretty awful down the stretch last year. I don't know what happened.
Oh, down the stretch. But that is what you said when Dak lit them up. You was talking about how great Carolina defense was. Now.
Okay, but they ran into Dak when he was on fire. He's always on fire for about 4 or 5 early games.
They were not very good defensively, and I tried to tell you that.
And they do have J.C. Horn, who I really liked in the draft. I would have been happy if the Cowboys, I think the Cowboys favored him over my guy in Denver, right? Okay. And that Jeremy Chin at safety, they have some pieces that could explode with the catalyst that is Baker Mayfield with the biggest chip on his shoulder. I think he's looking at this as, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to show everybody. And when he decides to show everybody, he shows out. Because when he was a rookie, he set the rookie record for touchdown passes at 27. He was 3rd in the league in big-time throws with 40, and he didn't start the first 2 games. He had 40 big-time throws in, what would that be, 14 starts? That's outrageously great. I think that's what's going to happen.
He hadn't had 40 in his next 4 years.
It will be an audition for Baker Mayfield then to hit the flat-out free agent market where he will be free to roam. And somebody will say, I got to have that guy at only age 28. It's not like he's an old man, and it's not like he's beaten up. He had the labrum problem, but he got it fixed. And here he will go. His next home will be his long-term home. That will be the one where he will make you eat crow Monday after Monday. And he'll make you eat some crow down the stretch of this year, but it will be in a losing cause because he's going to inherit a team that's going to be like 1-7.
But no. What the really good quarterbacks and the great quarterbacks can do, they can go into a bad situation and elevate it. So if the guy's what you said he is, he should be able to go into Carolina with all the pieces that you just mentioned that they added and elevate him.
Okay, so let's say he starts 9 games and he goes 6-3. That would be elevation to me, right?
You
that's
know
my
damn well that man
prediction.
ain't going no 6-3 in 9 games.
in the last 9 games. That's what I believe Baker Mayfield will do when he finally gets his
I want
chance.
10 cases on that right now.
10 cases.
10.
Why? We got to see if it gets there. I'll do the bet if we get to that point. Okay? And I got to see what the injuries are to the
I don't
rest of
care
the
nothing
team.
about it. I'm talking about.
My point was, he had a coming out party the way Chet had kind of a coming out
Yes.
party the night before.
Yes.
Where I'm not discounting how good he is, even though he's undrafted out of Louisiana Tech. I think he can play in the league.
I think so, too.
And my little 2 cents worth of advice for Chet is, he acted like, oh, that's my dog. He's a good guy. He had a great game. He's got he'll have a long career. Well, are you going to play soft against him because you like him?
No, I know.
Okay. Well, I don't know. That's how it came across to me last
No,
night.
you ain't finna have no great game against me. That ain't finna
Hey,
happen.
well, thank you very much.
Hell nah.
Okay. So
Because then, Skip, you know what's gonna happen every time we play. You think you could do that?
thank you.
Skip me a time was talking the other day. He said, "Man, when I went to the Pro Bowl,
Deion Sanders. Okay.
He said, I wouldn't let them guys catch no ball in practice. He said, because if I let you catch it over here,
Bingo.
you think you're gonna go back across the water and be able to do that,
Agreed.
and that's not fit to happen.
Okay. Which is what his attitude should have been last night. It's possible they're going to see each other again in a real game.
Yeah, because
right?
they're in the West. They're gonna play each other at least 4 times, Skip.
Okay.
Because they're in the same, the same.
So you just said, I got you.
Skip, he got him by 90 pounds.
Okay,
I don't remember. Skip, it's like a child playing his dad.
Yeah.
I mean, you back him down, but what you gonna do, Skip? Exactly.
You just bowled him over.
Exactly.
You said like a tree in the wind. At least a tree's in the ground, but he got uprooted.
Yeah, he's like a willow.
Yeah. Okay. So what do I still like about Chet Holmgren? He's going to block a lot of shots.
Yeah,
He's going to alter a lot of shots. I still think he can shoot threes if he has the guts and the courage to make them under fire and under pressure on a consistent basis. They were playing back-to-back last night. It is at some altitude. Am I giving him a pass? No. He said after the game, well, this is the first games that I've played in 2 months.
Right.
So, okay, were your legs a little tight? He said, I didn't have my legs tonight.
Right.
Okay, is that an excuse? It won't be an excuse because you're going to have to play some back-to-back.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can he pass the basketball? He can pass the basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Can he handle it? Yep, he can handle it. Can he run the floor? I was watching him run last night. I think he's like some of those gifted offensive linemen. I think he could run a sub-5 flat 40.
You talking about Kenny Lofton?
No.
Oh, Chet Holmgren.
Chet.
Okay.
Because he's a long strider. And he's got little man ability to get going.
Right.
And so again, if he can learn to run the floor and run and dunk.
Get some easy baskets.
Okay.
But Skip, I like the Lofton kid. You can tell he's been a big man his whole life.
He has.
He understands how to play that with that body and how to use it. He kind of looks like a little more athletic, Zach Randolph.
I agree.
A lefty, Skip, but
He's another lefty. That's a good comparison.
Zebo from Memphis, is a staple in Memphis.
Yep.
Zebo couldn't jump. This kid seems like he's a little bit more athletic than Zebo. But this kid here, he has the making to be something.
Okay, so maybe Memphis found something just the way the night before Oklahoma City said, look what we got. And now it's time for Jabari versus the Duke kid, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Banchero.
Yep. Here we go.
I'm ready for Summer League, and I am ready for the league year to start, guys. We're going to talk about my guy Zion a little bit later in the show. So much good stuff happening in the NBA. All right, back to the NFL, though. Is it going to be Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold, guys, who gets more starts for the Panthers next year?